Hey there. Thank you for joining me this Friday. We're going to talk about some Friday fun, and um, this is kind of a weird Friday fun. Thinking about it, I've tried to stick to things that I have engaged with regularly. But I'm going to bring up something I really haven't been able to engage with for a long time. Um, but I'm thinking I'm going to get back to it soon. So, growing up, I was involved in a good amount of things, um, especially earlier. Once I got into high school, just how time consuming most activities were greatly limited the things that I was involved in. But growing up, I did baseball. I tried football. I um, also did bowling and golf. And bowling is one that I talk about a lot more. I've been more involved with. It was something that I was a bit better at, um, and just around a lot more because my parents both bowled for a lot of my childhood. I pretty much grew up in a bowling alley. Every week we were there, and so I started bowling at a pretty young age and had a lot of fun with that. Golf is not one that I will often bring up. My dad golfed, and he had me take lessons um, pretty much up until I was in middle school, I think. Until I graduated out of the kids' lessons and would have to get connected to the school golf team, and just I missed the first year, missed out on the tryouts and didn't get connected with them right, and then just never really did it, and then fell out of playing golf and haven't golfed. I think I went golfing once in college um, through 5 holes. I think I shot about a 10 on all 5 of them, which is bad. That is very bad. I didn't do any better than twice what you're supposed to do for each hole. It was so bad. And then near the end, I got to a point where I got all the rust off. Actually, shot pretty well. But after that, was just like I can't golf that regularly. Golfing isn't cheap. Is another problem. You have to be able to afford the golf balls. You have to be able to pay for every time you go out on the course, and I mean the clubs are pretty expensive, so it's not cheap. But it was just like the time that I was out there, I didn't have that much fun, and don't have the time to spend golfing to regularly be good enough so that I am enjoying it. So I just was like, I can't do this. But since we've moved back to Indiana, there have been several mornings where I will go out early in the morning. I see the dew as it's still kind of settling on the ground. You have that mist that comes up off the ground, and that always takes me back to those golf lessons when I was a kid, because we would go out on the golf course so early that that's the way it would look. And just that kind of, it was kind of cool, but it was still into summer. So, it's the kind of cool that it is on an early summer morning where it's going to get hot later in the day, but it's not there yet. And I found so much beauty out. And lately I've been kind of reconnecting with nature, reconnecting with being back outside. And then I saw on YouTube, I was scrolling through YouTube, and a golf video popped up, and I was like, well, I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of weird and interesting. And I watched it and started watching some more, and it reminded me of how much I did love golf at one point in time. And golf can be a really neat thing. I mean, it can be kind of a thing that you do to say that you've been active, but you're not really. I mean, especially if you have a golf cart, you're driving around on the course, you get up, you take a shot, you drive further. You're not really being physically active, but you're still, in that essence, you're playing a sport for several hours. And so, yeah, you were active, you did your thing, but you're not being active, you're not participating in much of a sport. But it can also be very calming. It's a way that some people are finding a chance to hang out and spend time together right now. You're able to spread out along the golf course, and just taking that time. You're out in nature. You're kind of away, and having the focus you need to make the shots that you make. It's all kind of stuff that I'm missing right now. I'm wanting to find some of these things. So if you're on a golf course around Marion and you see someone with some pretty old and pretty not great looking clubs, hacking shots away in every direction, walking the course, then that might be me. Not saying that I'm going to be going golfing anytime soon, per se, but I am hoping to try to get back to it sometime soon. In some ways, it's a way to do something that my dad taught me, and that kind of connection to my dad is something that I think I'd like. It's a way to get into nature more. It's a way to be a bit more active. I plan on walking the courses. So, that would be a way to be a bit more physically active. It's a way to find peace, to get away from screens, to get away from all the noise and craziness that you find throughout most places nowadays. And so, yeah, I think I've been really thinking, I'm hoping to take some time off soon, and I very well might go try to either play a round of golf or go out to a driving range and hit some golf balls with the clubs that are still sitting at my mom's house. And who knows? Maybe I'll do that, have some fun, have a great time. Maybe I will go to do that, remember why I do not golf anymore, and I refuse to golf again. I'm not really sure exactly what it will look like, but yeah, I know golf can be a lot of fun. It really can. It's a great way to slow yourself down and be in nature if you can afford it. And within the YouTube videos that I've seen about golf, there's the PGA Tour Pro Rick Shields, and I'll put his link in the description. Some of his things are he's just testing golf clubs, or, doing some here's how to do a little bit better with your golf game. He's also used illegal clubs, clubs and golf balls that don't meet PGA or USGA standards for what they could do. But in testing clubs, he'll also go to, he'll buy the cheapest clubs he can find. He'll buy the cheapest golf balls he can find. And he will regularly say, I wouldn't recommend this if you are a top level golfer, but you do what you can afford so that you go out there. And that's going to be my thing. I'm going to pick up golf balls that are from the early 2000s, golf clubs that are even older. I had a wooden 3-wood. That thing is ancient. But I'm going to be picking these things up and hopefully being able to go out and actually hit a golf ball and get it to go toward the direction I want it to. And, if you're looking for a hobby, golf isn't the worst one that you can find. And it's one that you can do safely right now with quarantine, and no one's really questioning that. So, yeah, I would encourage you guys, maybe try to pick up a club, try to hit a ball around and see what you can do. Thanks for joining me for some Friday fun. Hope you have fun this weekend. God bless you guys.